The Packers' recent activity gives hope for the future and their defense. What am I talking about? Before I jump into it, if you like the content, then hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. Okay, so according to Adam Schefter, he reports that former Chargers head coach Brandon Staley is meeting today with the Green Bay Packers about their defensive coordinator position. He is also scheduled to meet with the Dolphins about their DC vacancy this weekend and has shown interest by the Rams about being a potential Raheem Mostert replacement. That being said, when we started talking initially about candidates for the defensive coordinator positions, I wasn't thinking Brandon Staley. That was a name that had escaped me. I really think he would make a very good candidate when we're talking about somebody to come into Green Bay, have an impact right away. He and Matt LaFleur, I think, would work very well together. If you remember Brandon Staley's coaching kind of history in the NFL, he joined the Chicago Bears in 2017 as their linebackers coach, had some good success there before joining the Denver Broncos as their linebackers coach. And then in 2020, he joined the Rams. He was hired as their defensive coordinator, and he helped guide that Rams defense to first in points and total yards, positioning himself as a very attractive and sexy head coaching name, which then he is hired to nobody's surprised by the Chargers in 2021 and has some success, right? They bring in Justin Herbert and have some success there. He guides them to a 9-7 record and then has a very successful 2022 season at a 10-7 record. They make some noise, make the playoffs, but then had big hopes and big aspirations coming into this 2023 season. Nobody, when we start talking about injuries, the Green Bay Packers were one of the most injury-prone teams this season across the board. Offensive line, running back, really positionally on offense, the only position they did not have any injuries was from Jordan Love at quarterback. But wide receiving core, tight ends, you name it. And then defensively, it was defensive line. Our secondary was just littered. Our linebackers were out constantly. So the Green Bay Packers had huge struggles keeping guys healthy and out on the field. But another team was the Chargers. The Chargers may have been more injury prone this season than the Green Bay Packers, but they decide to cut ties with Brandon Staley, who I feel is a good coach, and he's a better defensive coordinator coach. So I think that he would make a very, very good candidate when we start talking hires in Green Bay. That would be something the Green Bay Packers should be absolutely excited about and pumped about. Of course, he's going to draw interest from other teams like Miami and like the Rams, like we're reading about. But Brandon Staley, I think, should by all means be a candidate for this Green Bay Packers team. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Obviously, you guys have heard the rumors that Jim Leonard is going to want to get into the NFL. That being said, we all know that Matt LaFleur already has interest in him, already offered him a position back before they hired Joe Barry at DC. So maybe they bring in Jim Leonard. But either way, I would be absolutely excited when we're talking Brandon Staley or Jim Leonard. Either name, I would be super stoked about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Go Pack.